Hello and welcome to the Pear Blossom Press YouTube channel. My name is Lynn, or LV Handcrafted, across all of the socials, and this is going to be a fun card. So I'm calling it a hidden light up card. So it's a slider card that then reveals the push button that you then push to light the card up. I'm starting off with some watercolor cardstock and my Lindy's Gang Magicals. These are a shimmer powder that are highly pigmented and water activated. So what I did was I sprayed this watercolor panel on the back because you'll get less curling if you wet both sides. I gave it a gentle mist of water on the front so that when I sprinkle my dry powder onto this panel, that little bit of water that's already on the watercolor card will grab that pigment. That way, when I spray again to activate all of this beautiful pigment, it's not just going, that powder won't just fly. So it'll hopefully kind of stick a little bit where it was originally laid down and then just kind of dissolve in place. Now, the hardest thing about this background is just letting it dry naturally. I did use a watercolor brush, as you saw, to move some of the pigment around. And I didn't show it, but I also tapped on some white Dr. Martens to give it, enhance the stars a little bit more. Okay, so now I will work on the two mechanisms. So there's going to be two interactive mechanisms on this card. I've already assembled this adorable spaceship. It's from the Simon Hurley collection, available at Spellbinders. And in the one die set, you have the spaceship, and then in a second die set from the same collection, there's a different style of spaceship, but then it's also got an alien. So I took the alien from that spaceship and I put him inside this one. Now, at the top of both my galaxy panel and the front of my card, I punched out a half circle right in the center, so that I can have a pull tab that's easy to grab. And that's the only reason why to punch it through both layers, because that way you can just pinch, and pull your pull tab. And what I'm gonna do, I wasn't exactly too sure about where I wanted and how far I wanted to cut down the slot for my pull tab. And so I wanted to do a little bit of a trial run before I cut through my galaxy panel. I mean, as easy as it was to create the galaxy panel, the thing is that with your magicals, you're going to get something unique and different every single time. That's part of the fun of playing with them. And so I just wasn't too confident that I could get another panel, because I made 3 and this was the best one out of the 3. And so I wasn't very confident that if I cut through this panel and I needed to redo it, that I could make another panel that I truly loved the way that I love this one. So the only reason why I'm doing this slot through this white cardstock is just so that I have a little bit of a template that I can use to do a dry run. Now, I punched out 4 circles. These are 3/4 inch circles, and it's out of a lightweight cardstock. 65 pound will work. I'm going to fold 2 of them in half, and I'm going to leave 2 of them whole. I'm going to take one of the whole ones and glue 2 of them, but only by, just the half, folded half. So I'll place both of them onto this full circle. So that means that half of each of those 2 circles will be glued down and half will lift up. So you'll have something a little bit like this, kind of like a little thumbtack, or looks a little bit like a brad with legs. So however you'd like to think about it, the idea is that there's actually, at this point, 3 of those circles glued together, and we still have 1 full circle left, and that will get attached later when we go to put this into our slider. So that we will leave for a moment. And here I'm just going to do a little bit of a dry fitting, a little bit of a trial run. And the idea is that this little circle mechanism that we've made, that's going to be what I can attach my shuttle to, my spaceship to. And then on the backside, I will attach the pull tab so that it can pull the space shuttle up through this slider track. So now that I did a little bit of a dry run, I kind of have it placed where I want. I used the template to draw a white line, and that's going to be where I cut my slot. So I wanted to just really be certain that my slot was was not too long, and that it was positioned where I would want it. Now, I did end up making it actually a little bit longer. I extended the slot downward a little bit. But to install this mechanism, all you have to do is pinch those two halves together, slip them through the slider track, that slot that I cut through the Galaxy, and then open those two halves again. And that's where you want to put some glue. So we can now put glue here and then attach that fourth and final full circle. So essentially what this creates is a mechanism that can freely slide up and down that track. And because it's not glued down to anything on this panel, it can move. Now you definitely, especially if you're going to use liquid adhesive like I did, you definitely want to make sure that anytime you put glue anywhere and that you make sure to move your mechanism and that it all operates as expected. So here I have some heavyweight cardstock. You want this to be a nice heavyweight cardstock because this is going to be the pull tab, and as you're pulling, you don't want this to be flimsy at all. So I recommend 120 pound cover weight. It's a strip that's been cut to 3/4 inch wide and way longer than it needs to be. I'll trim it off to fit later, but safe to say if you cut something that's maybe 4 inches or so, that should be plenty. 5 inches for sure will be plenty. So at the moment, my space shuttle is not permanently glued to that circular disc. Right now, I'm just really extending this slider track because it can actually go down further than I originally planned. Now, the only thing with it going down this far is that the slot that we cut, it's going to be visible. So because my card base is white, I'm just going to glue some black cardstock where that slot would be visible. And because it's the night sky, it's a galaxy sky, just the flat plain black, it'll be okay. I mean, it's not seamless with the Galaxy, but it's also not like stark white, so it won't super stand out. So here's the little fun part. So I've got this little circle that I've already stamped push here, and I've left just enough room so that this will be hidden by, the flames coming out of this rocket ship. And that way, in the default position, in the position where you haven't pulled the pull tab up yet, that little push here button is going to be hidden. And so that becomes the reveal once you pull the pull tab upwards. Now, I'm using Easy Lights. So with the Easy Lights, you have the battery pack, which I've already kind of made a little pencil mark where it needs to get glued down to the front of my card base, and I'll just use a little bit of liquid adhesive to glue that down. And the Easy Lights do have 3 LEDs, and the wires for those, all I did was I just ran the wires through the slot, my slider track. And the thing is that I ran it through the top so that I just really wanted to make sure that there was plenty of lead so that it can, um, as you pull up and down, that you're not kind of snagging on those wires. And so once I kind of previewed it a couple times and it felt like it was going to work okay, now I'm going to glue this panel, my Galaxy panel, down. So I've got the world's best foam tape along the two sides and the bottom. But remember, we've got a pull tab, so I can't put the foam across the top. What I want to do is put the foam in the middle, but I need to steer clear of where my pull tab is. So I've just got a little bit of foam to the left and to the right of the pull tab. And there's two reasons for this. The first is that I want a little bit of foam in the center so that I don't have a saggy middle. But then also the two pieces of foam to the left and right of the pull tab, they will actually serve as like a little track for my pull tab. That way, when you pull the tab up, it's going to pull up straight as opposed to veer to the left or the right and be a little bit wonky. So this will just help to operate things a little bit better. And once everything is in position, I am going to hold the wires to make sure that they aren't accidentally sort of tacked down onto the foam, and that they're more towards the center. And so again, anytime you do any gluing, any adhesive, you want to, anything that needs to move it so that you are assured that your slider mechanism or anytime you're making a kinetic card that has movement, you just really want to make sure you're testing all the time to make sure it still moves as you expect. So I always do these tests every step along the way, in particular whenever there's a gluing step, because that's where there's the potential to actually glue something down and have it either interfere or block the path of movement. So now I can just decide where I want to put the lights. So I thought it would be fun to put some lights at the bottom where the flames are coming out, kind of like back burner lights on this rocket. And then I've got the alien in the rocket ship here, and I thought maybe he's got like a little light on in the cabin also. So I'm gonna position the third light up at the top where I've got some vellum, and the alien is just peeking his eye through to see what's going on out there. So all I'm gonna do is to secure those LEDs, I've just scotch taped them down. So now I'm going to now that everything is secure, I can actually glue my rocket ship down to that disc, that circular disc. However, the thing is that there's some wires there, and I don't want the wires to be so crammed in between the rocket ship and the Galaxy panel, because that might end up, if it's pushed down enough, it might end up creating like a kink in the wires, and I don't want a hard bend in the wires. So I'm putting some foam behind my rocket ship, and that way there's some space. So this is a very dimensional card. This is the sort of card that you might want to hand deliver to somebody because it's got a lot of dimension on it, and it would probably cost extra postage if you wanted to send it. So now that everything's done, I can actually just cut my pulled tab down to the length that it needs to be, so just so that it's flush with the top of the card. And then I can stamp the word pull so that the card recipient actually knows that there's that initial first interaction to actually pull on the pull tab to start the whole fun of this card. So I really love that there's the hidden element of surprise, and that it's a light up and a slider card. So tons of fun putting this card together. I had the idea to do it in my head, and I wasn't sure when I started making the card if it was going to be possible. And so I'm really happy that it turned out the way I envisioned in my head, because not all of my ideas turn out that way. Okay, so here is a final look at my card. I really love how everything turned out, from the galaxy background to this cute little shuttle with the alien inside. And I love the double interactive element. So the first one's obvious. You've got the pull sign up at the top. And so once you pull this, it slides up the shuttle like it's launching into space, and then that reveals the push here button, which you can then push in order to light up this rocket ship. So I love that there's a little bit of a cabin light, and then the little I don't know, tail lights or the back burner lights on the shuttle. Super fun, really adorable. And it is possible that some of the wires become visible, so you might have to tuck that back in, but really love how it turned out. This was a lot of fun. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks so much, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.